Hey, what's up, YouTube, and welcome back to Morgellons discussion and microscopy videos. I'm your host, Jeremy Murphy, and today I want to respond to some viewer questions about what's going on with the divide in the Morgellons community. Essentially, what's going on is I have long-term Morgellons advocates coming to me and expressing their distaste in what's been occurring in a radical section of the Morgellons community. This radicalized section is trying to make the perception that the CDC is responsible for mass Morgellons suicides. You'll hear them say hateful rhetoric like the CDC is responsible for all Morgellons patients who have killed themselves, and Morgellons is a pandemic that affects everybody. Which is strange because they also at the same time talk about all these peer-reviewed Morgellons studies, which say the exact opposite, that Morgellons is a rare skin condition that occurs in about only 6% of Lyme disease patients. And the reason why that's relevant is because Lyme disease is affecting all Morgellons patients. If it's not one kind of borreliosis, it's another, and potentially it could even be syphilis. And so that's why on this channel, we tell people to go see a doctor, a Lyme literate physician, a functional medicine doctor, a Lyme specialist, if you will, because we don't want people to get caught up in the CDC hate suicide Morgellons cult, because that's what the division really is. You have one section of patients and professionals who are trying to direct Morgellons patients to doctors that can help them, get out of this situation. And then you have another sect that say the CDC is the entire reason why Morgellons is not legitimized and specifically why people are killing themselves. I'm sure you can understand that the CDC is not the problem actually here, and what's going on is that these extremists are exploiting suicide for their own personal agenda of hatred against the CDC. To be clear, the CDC revised their recommendations and guidelines on Lyme disease. They don't even include the IDSA recommendations on their website any longer. But you're going to hear the Morgellons CDC hate cult say that it's these guidelines that are preventing patients from getting treatment and why they're committing suicide. The CDC has been on top of the pandemic. The CDC is helping with a lot of infectious diseases and contagions. It's not just like the CDC is one nameless government agency run by a computer of organized crystals, and they've got this nefarious method of making sure that everybody's going to die and everybody's going to get Morgellons. And you can basically figure out for yourself that all of that is over the top. And that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be over the top to get people swooped into a dramatic feeling of mass hysteria. And that is the internet-induced delusional state that doctors are talking about. If you see somebody talking about Morgellons and chemtrails, well, at least they're not talking about the CDC causing Morgellons patients to commit suicide, which is worse, honestly. You know, it doesn't help for a Morgellons patient, an actual patient with Lyme disease, to go around hating on the CDC every single day and blaming the CDC for them not being able to get well, when anybody can go see a Lyme disease specialist. You know, cancer, the treatments aren't free for anybody. You know, maybe somebody will get a break on them, but eventually everybody has to pay for their own treatment for whatever medical condition they have, whether it's paying directly, paying for the surgeries afterwards, or the insurance payments. You always have to pay. Somebody has to pay for whatever condition they have, and Morgellons is not special in that regard. Is Morgellons a disease? No. Lyme is a disease that results in the Morgellons skin condition. The Morgellons skin condition is nothing more than tissue damage. Really, honestly, the CDC, they took a big step forward. When Lyme disease advocates protested in front of the CDC came out to meet them, to tell them how they empathized with their movement. And then the guidelines on the CDC website changed to reflect the solidarity that was genuinely being expressed between CDC employees and Lyme disease advocates. But with Morgellons, this cult specifically is taking a tactic that involves villainizing, demonizing the CDC and the individuals that work there. When you hear somebody online say that the CDC is responsible for Morgellons patients killing themselves, they're talking about husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, family members, real people just like you and I. They're not talking about a nameless Crystal Run corporation from the future hell-bent on destroying humanity. But that's the way they make it sound, and that makes it hard for professionals to start to broadly engage in the topic of Morgellons disease. Hey, what do you guys think? I am going to be coming back on later with a video, but it's not going to be a discussion video. We have some other things planned. I definitely appreciate everybody sticking with me. And yeah, there is a divide, but you know, if you want patients to get well, you know which side that you should be on. Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time we make one of these new Morgellons videos. All right, take care, and we'll see you very soon.